We've got two new breweries that we haven't reviewed before on the channel, and they put themselves together and collaborated on this beer. This is New Tracks. It's a New England IPA, 6.5%. And what's going to be good about this? It's got my favorite hop in it, Azacca. Let's see what it tastes like. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going to be reviewing this beer. This is called New Tracks. It's a New England IPA, Rocker's favourite style of beer. It's coming in at 6.5% and it has Azacca, Simcoe and Strata in it. Not the three hops you usually see together. I do love Azacca. I just feel that every time I've had a beer with Azacca and it's been good. Strata, again, another good hop. And Simcoe, you know, it's used a lot, usually with Citra Mosaic, but it's used here in this instance. And I say it's a New England IPA. It's from Drop Project, but also Brick Brewery, the collaboration with Brick Brewery. What do we know about Drop Project? Well, they're based in Mitcham. We haven't reviewed a beer from them before, but they do make some really good beers. When I went to my bottle shop last time, they said you should try something by Drop Project. There's some of their stuff's really good. So let's crack this open, get it in a glass, see what it's all about. I had a bad day today. Nothing's really gone right for me. I've had run-ins with people and all the rest of it, and to be honest, I need a beer. So I thought, well, what I'm going to have is going to be a New England IPA. It's going to have my hop of the moment. I mean, it's my hop of the moment. I can't even think what Azacca's all about, but it's a nice, bright sort of flavour. And look at this beer. Looks beautiful. It's a light yellow, hazy beer. There's a lot of carbonation going up the side of the glass there. 2 fingers, almost 3 fingers of a very densely compacted head. It looks beautiful. It looks light and bright. Let's see what it smells like. Well, the big aroma here is actually grapefruit. Smells very sort of citrusy, but grapefruit is the big sort of upfront aroma. It smells really sort of light and refreshing and zesty, and it's getting my taste buds going. So let's tuck in. Cheers, everyone. Lovely soft mouthfeel. Really, really nice and soft. Yes, you've got that grapefruit, but it doesn't go too harsh. It doesn't get into that sort of grapefruit bitterness. It's just a really zesty, citrusy sort of flavour of grapefruit. Yeah, you got lemons and you got limes in there. There's also a bit of passion fruit. I'm getting juicy mango and papaya as well. Oh, it's a real juicy, fruity beer without it being, but at the same time, it's quite light. I mean, the carbonation is very light and it's very soft, but the whole mouthfeel is quite sort of light and breezy, really. It's not like a real sort of chewy New England IPA. I mean, it's coming at 6.5%. If you told me it was a 4.5% pale ale, I would have sort of not disagree with you, because it's got that sort of lightness of flavour. Well, I say lightness of flavour. The flavour actually is quite prominent, really. It's got a real sort of mixture. I'm getting big grapefruit and lemons and limes on the front. I mean, I'm getting more sort of the tropical notes on the back end, the more sort of mango, papaya. There's not really any, maybe a little pockets of pineapple, but passion fruit as well is quite big. It's a lovely, beautiful, fresh tasting, really refreshing. Just what the doctor ordered. It's a cracking beer, a really good beer. So give this Drop Project. I don't know much about Brick Brewery. I've not seen any of theirs, but I've seen Drop Project stuff. But this is a really good IPA, New England IPA. Azacca. It's something about Azacca. It just seems to work. I've not had a beer that's just Azacca, so I can really sort of pinpoint the flavours. But if anyone knows what Azacca is all about, then let me know in the comments and what you think of Azacca. But Strata is being used a lot more, and that does usually give that citrusy grapefruit sort of flavours. Simcoe is one of those sort of hops that sort of, I don't know what it does. It usually gives it a sort of bit more of an earthy pininess, but I'm not really getting much pininess in this at all. but there is a slight twang of something. I think it's more the sort of big sort of mango flavour though. It's something that I've tasted before. I'm trying to, I mean, maybe even lychee, maybe something like that. It's got a slightly stronger tropical sort of flavour. It's really good though. It's a lovely beer, really soft, and it goes down really well. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for New Tracks, a New England IPA, 6.5% from Drop Project in collaboration with the Brick Brewery. And this has got Azaka, Simcoe and Strata in. A really, really nice. It's for a new brewery, a new brewery to the channel. It's nice to try new beers and think, yep, this is pretty good. I wouldn't mind trying more from them. But we'll go through the scores. First things first, aroma. It's got a real grapefruit quite up front in terms of the aroma. And there's other citrus fruits in there. And then you can then when you sort of smell it a little bit more detail, you're getting more tropical notes, a bit of mango, a little bit of sort of pineapple and passion fruit as well. It's a really inviting aroma, and it's a very sort of fresh and fruity and juicy sort of aroma. So I'm going to 13. Appearance. Well, I think it looks pretty good. It's a lovely yellow. We've got a lovely sort of soft. It's a soft beer anyway, but the head looks quite soft on there. Lovely and bright and yellow. Slight haze. It does look a little bit more like a sort of slightly hazier, slightly sort of thicker pale ale. But I think it was pretty good. I'm giving it 9 for appearance. Flavour wise. Well, like the aromas, you get a big hit of grapefruit and lemons and limes on the front end. Usually they're the sort of flavours you get more on the back end. And then you get in some of those more tropical flavours coming in on the back end. It seems a bit of a twisted sort of way round. And you're getting mango, getting passion fruit, little bits of pineapple. It's not a big dominant flavour, but there's something like that pineapple in there, papaya, maybe even a little bit of lychee as well. But it tastes really light. It's very, very light and it's very refreshing. It's got a really soft sort of mouthfeel. We seem to be getting a lot of these very soft mouthfeels, but this is a very soft and light beer. And you would never know 6.5%. You could easily be 4.5% because it tastes that light. You don't get any of that alcohol in there at all. So I think it's pretty good. I'm going to get 34 for flavour. Value for money. Well, like most of the cans this month, I think this was a bit under £5. It's more like £4, just closer to £4 than was £5. I think for 6.5% New England IPA, collaboration, 6.5%, 3 different hops. I think it's pretty good. 8 out of 10 for value. And my overall experience, well, look at it. As I've said on numerous videos, yes, I did need this beer tonight, but I've drank it down. It's so easy drinking. Again, it's one of those sort of beers that you drink it down, you think, I really would like another one of those. It's almost like the first one is good, is really good, but it doesn't really touch the size. The second one, you think you could savour it a little bit more. It's a really nice, easy drinking beer. It's light and it's refreshing. It's got all those sort of nice, summery, citrusy sort of fruits. The tropical fruits, although they're there, don't over-dominate. We can get a lot of New England IPAs that can have a little bit they can be a little bit chewy, a little bit too thick, a little bit too much juicy almost. But if you want something light and refreshing in the summer, you might think a 6.5% beer is not going to do it, but this one actually does. It's light, it's easy to drink. I've drank it down. It's a beautiful looking beer and a beautiful tasting beer. And my overall experience, I'm going to get 15. So we took those scores up and we get just nearly, but not quite, the highly recommended. It's a recommended though, it's 79. I've slid the one in slow and easy because, well, it's not really that slow and easy. I've slid it in hard and fast. That should be the next White Snake song. Because it's a White Snake beer. It's a high level White Snake beer at 79. It's definitely one you should be looking out for. But let me know if you have anything from Drop Project before. I've seen a few of their beers and I should really drink more of them because this is a really good beer. It's up there with some of those sort of, those good breweries that make New England IPAs, like your Pressure Drop, like Track. It's that level, and I think the mouthfeel on it is at that sort of Daya sort of levels of softness. I mean, it's not quite to that overtone one, but it's getting close to it, a lot closer. I love this. I love that sort of feel when you drink beer. It's so soft and so refreshing at the same time. 79, recommended. It's very close to being a highly recommended, but you should definitely try it. But let me know if you've had anything else by Drop Project, and I hope you enjoyed that video. And until the next one, you know what you got to do. Keep on rocking.